So, what's up YouTube? Today we are hitting a leg day. What am I going to say about this? Today I'm going to be putting actually a voiceover over this workout, so the clips aren't going to have any sound on them, just because I'm going to be talking to you guys more about, not about the workout itself, because I've gone through form, I've gone through most of the cues. If there's anything, any new exercises, then I'm going to have sound and kind of explain it out for you. But for the most part, I did all of these exercises in my last leg day video. So what I'm going to do is just link the video below if you have questions on proper form, reps, sets, whatever. The workout's also going to be down in the description box below for you guys. And then today this video is going to be the workout footage with me just talking about the right mentality to have about cheat meals, whether you're dieting, whether you're in an off season, whether you're bulking, the right mentality to have and how to approach them. So I figured that's a good way to kill two birds with one stone, and that's it. So we're gonna get right into the workout footage, and I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Welcome to the feast, I unleash, I'm a motherfucking beast.
Alright peeps, what's up? First, I'm going to address what I was talking about in the intro of this video, which is cheat meals and how to have the right mindset going into a cheat meal. What is the right mindset going into a cheat meal and what you should be doing going about it. So the reason why I was thinking about this is because the past few weeks on my cut right now, I haven't really been tracking or being totally on point on the weekends. And for me, that's actually a really big step in the right direction mentally, because of how strict I like to be on myself, how disciplined I like to be with myself, and to a certain point, that's not 100% healthy for my mindset. And especially because I want to prep next year, I want to have myself be refreshed and feel ready to go all in on a prep. And in order for me to do that, I need to enjoy life now. So that's why I was kind of thinking about it. I was just enjoying myself, enjoying food this past weekend and the weekend before, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about my approach to that and what I think your approach should be depending on where you are mentally and physically. So I do want to just say that the entire workout is going to be in the description box below. If you guys are interested in doing this leg day, it was absolutely killer. Like, my legs are always just completely sore and immobile after this workout. I've done it like 3 weeks in a row now because it's just that good. I just give it a try and let me know in the comments below how you liked it. So as for my experience with cheat meals, here's basically what happened with me is I'm slowly losing weight. I'm not trying to rush it, honestly. I've lost like 6 or 7 pounds so far. It's been 10-ish weeks of dieting and my calories haven't dropped that low. I'm doing a little more cardio, but I actually have been enjoying it, so I don't mind at all. But essentially, when I went on an impromptu beach trip the last weekend, which is in 2 videos ago, I basically just took the weekend off of tracking macros and ate what I wanted. The first night that we were there, that ended up being around 2,700 calories for the day. And the next day was about 1,900 to 2,000 calories, so I wasn't going like totally overboard. And yes, I did track an estimate of every single thing that I ate when I was on that trip, because for me it's just like keeping in mind the fact that I don't want to go completely balls to the wall overboard eating like 4,000 calories in a day, because there's just no point to that for me. For me, that's not enjoyable. I would feel bloated, I would feel disgusting, and I was just enjoying the meals that I ordered with my boyfriend and my mom, and I was making decent choices, but also not like restricting myself in any way. That's what my totals ended up being. I got pancakes, I used Walden Farms syrups to save calories on that, a side of egg whites, and then I didn't get anything on the pancakes. And then lunch, I got like a crab cake sandwich with coleslaw on the side instead of fries. And then dinner, I got like 3 or 3.5 or so rolls of very decadent sushi. So The next day we got pancakes or something again, and I got basically a full breakfast and then didn't really eat much. I just kind of snacked the rest of the day and had some meal dealers meals on the car ride home. And then the next weekend was Christina's wedding, and let's just say on Saturday I had about a day's worth of calories in alcohol and then a bunch of the food that they served there, but there really wasn't too much food to go overboard with. It was mostly just the drinks on Saturday. And then Sunday I still took the day off of tracking. I ate pretty mindfully during the day, but I was just listening to my body, listening to my appetite. I really only had like 2 big meals that day, but I just had a big meal with my boyfriend's family. So again, I was just not being an asshole about what I was eating, but not really restricting myself in any way. And so basically what happened from those past 2 weeks, long story short, is I didn't lose weight the past 2 weeks. My weight is pretty much at the same place it was before those 2 weeks had started. It jumped up a little bit and now it's pretty much right back down to normal. I've been in the low 130s the past couple of days, so I'm really just right back to where I was. And so for a lifestyle cut, when you are gauging whether or not you want to go off track or not, the biggest thing that I want you guys to be thinking about is, are you okay with not making progress for that week? That's really all it comes down to, because if you're not eating like a total asshole and just making some good choices, making some bad choices, that's really all it's going to come down to. Cheat meals do pretty much just stick on me. Like nothing magic happens with my body personally. I don't react well to cheat meals. Typically, I just like my weight comes up and it takes a little bit longer to come back down. And usually I will put on some fat mass from a cheat meal. And here I'm gonna talk through Bulgarian split squats. So just put what I'm saying on pause and pay attention to this, and then we'll get back to cheat meals in the next part of this clip.
Alright guys, so this is one of the exercises that I have not explained proper form for. So this is called a Bulgarian split squat. It has been in other videos, but I'm going to do a little refresher on it. So I'm doing it with dumbbells here. So I'm going to start, grab the dumbbells, one leg is going to come out. You should feel like you're stretching to get this back leg up on the seat. And then basically you're just going to be sitting straight down and back into your heel. You want to get a lot of hip flexion. So what hip flexion is when this right here in your hip is bending rather than just focusing on knee flexion. Sitting slowly down into your heel, feeling the glute stretch. Keeping your core tight for balance like that. One thing I find is that dumbbells help you balance just a little bit better because there's weight on either side of you. I'm gonna talk after this set. Is that having your weight on each side of you kind of helps you balance. I've done this with a barbell as well, and it's a lot easier to just kind of like tilt back and forth. So if you are new to this, I suggest starting either with body weight Bulgarian split squats. Promise you they're actually still killer with just your body weight. Then start adding dumbbells on each side. And then as you get more advanced, as you feel your ankles start to shift less in that movement, then maybe throw a barbell on your back, see how it feels with that. Another thing I like to do with my clients is I'll actually have them do it in the Smith machine. So if they really they have no interest in their stability, athleticism, and just like are training to look good, training to sweat, training to feel good, I'll have them do it in the Smith machine because the bar is attached to the racks. And so they're doing it with that stability factor already taken care of. So it really just depends on your goals, and it depends on like what you want out of the movement. It's a great great glute, quad, hamstring builder. I'd say it's probably more glute and quad focused as a movement. But it just depends on what you want out of it. If you want to build more stability, more balance, then I would say go with free weights and work your way up. But I'm just going to demo the other leg and give this one a try. I'm doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps per leg. One other thing, this is a super long clip, but when you're sitting down into that squat, you want to think about not only sitting straight down, but sitting back. So you're going to push this hip back and let this bend as much as possible. Don't try to bend your knee as much as possible, because look what happens. Bending your knee, knees over the toe, and that's bad for your knees. So hip flexion here, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. And now this is vertical to the ground, this is flexed, you're using more glute, you're pushing up out of your heel. So don't only think about sitting straight down, think about sitting down and back. I like to think of diagonal as I'm going down to kind of help my body go in the same motion as like my mind is trying to make me go. Give that a shot. Let me know in the comments below if that helps you with your split squats. I don't know, give this video a thumbs up for me dying right now.
So yeah, like I was saying, cheat meals do not do anything magical for me. They pretty much just stick on my body, and that's just how my body is, and that's how I work. So if I'm going to take a cheat meal or a cheat weekend, it has to be okay in my mind that I'm not going to make progress that week. And I might even take a step backwards or 2 steps backwards, which I think I might have. And you know what? That is 100% okay with me. I'm not in any rush to make a ton of progress. Obviously, I want to look better by the end of summer, but like that's really about it, guys. Like, I'm all about slow, sustainable fat loss this year and putting my body in a good place to reverse diet and bulk up before my competition season next spring. So that's pretty much what my approach was. Now, let's say you're on a contest prep diet. What should your approach be? It should be listen to your freaking coach. Don't cheat if they say not to cheat, and it's not really your choice at that point to take a cheat meal if you're in a contest prep. A contest prep is the extreme scenario where it's really not okay to go off track because you are like stuck to a deadline. You have to look a certain way by a certain day, and your body is very sensitive to pretty much any change in stimuli. So with a contest prep, I would say just listen to your coach, don't listen to me, and tune all of this out for your next off season and just use it then. And then here I'm going to talk you guys through cable squats, so make sure to pay attention to that, and then I'll continue with the next part of this after that.
Oh, okay.
Sure, good.
Alright, so next exercise I have not shown you guys is cable squats. So you can basically have any sort of attachment. You can use a rope, you can use a single handle, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using this because it was available and it's convenient to hold with both hands. I got a band up at my knees because what I'm going to be doing is actively be practicing pushing my knees out against the band, and what that does for my girls out there, it activates more of the side butt, so the hip abductor, what turns your knees out, and it also helps build your stability, build your like stabilizers and things like lunges and Bulgarian split squats. So as I'm coming down and as I'm coming up, I'm forcing my knees out against that band, and it's going to be engaging my glutes more in this cable squat. So I'm going to take a couple steps back, make sure there's already tension on that cable. Take a nice wide stance, toes pointed slightly out, and this is going to be right at hip level. You gonna push the hips back and squat up. Oh, this is way too light. So you're actually gonna need a lot of weight to kind of like counterbalance your body weight. So don't be afraid to go a little heavier on this. You might fall backwards if it's too light. And notice I'm focusing more on my hip flexion again, rather than my knee flexion. So hips back, and pushing through the heel. Done. Walk it in. That's it. So those are cable squats. I'm going to show you guys the back view as well, so you can see like how I'm pushing my hips back, squeeze at the top, and how my weight's kind of sitting back in my heels.
Okay guys, so that was for contest prep. What should your mindset be about cheat meals? Now let's talk about if you're in an off season or if you are bulking, what should your mindset be towards cheat meals? It depends on where your metabolism is really at that point. If you're in a growing phase, any sort of maintenance or growing phase, if your metabolism is strong, then it's probably okay at that point to maybe eat like 2/3 to 3/4 of your macros and just like have an untracked meal at the end of the night, and you'll probably end up somewhere close to where your calories are, maybe a little over. But in general, if the goal is to put on weight, if you're okay with maybe putting on a little more fat than is necessary, then have a cheat meal as often as you want. Like, it's really just a matter of give and take, knowing the consequences. Cheat meals are never going to be something that like make you leaner when you take them. I don't know where that misconception came from, but there's a reason it's called a cheat meal. It's because you're not sticking to a plan, and adverse effects will most likely happen unless you get lucky or have like some genetic anomaly about yourself. So honestly guys, if you're gonna take a cheat meal, the only thing I have to say about it is it needs to be okay with you mentally. Do not take a cheat meal and beat yourself up for it and ask why am I not seeing fat loss, why am I putting on extra fat, blah blah blah. If you're taking a cheat meal, you need to be objective about it, and you need to realize what could happen and how your body could respond realistically. Honestly, it's good to take a cheat meal every now and then. Even if you're just cutting for lifestyle, I do recommend it just because you want to live life, and there are certain opportunities that you want to be able to enjoy food for, and I don't think you should take that away from yourself if you're not stepping on stage. So let me know if you guys like this talk in the comments below. It's really just me rambling, but I hope you guys found it helpful. And just remember that the workout footage that is playing, the workout is in the description box below if you guys want to screenshot it and give it a try. So just give me some feedback in the comments below. I would absolutely love to hear it. Whatever you think about what I'm saying about cheat meals, whatever you think I'm saying about this workout, like, please let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.